KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adai Tano program. Harley-Davidson of Guam, visit our new showroom now located on Route 8 in Mighty. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dedido. Always open, always local.
Ahead on primetime, a blow to the H-2B visa program for Guam. One country is pulled from the list. Nestor Lecanto tells us more. Plus, a call for help. One local organization is trying to help those affected by the ongoing partial federal government shutdown. And illegal transfers of E-911 funds will be paid back, the new governor making the promise to fix the law broken in years past.
Hafaday and good evening. Well, the head of the Guam Contractors Association says the loss of temporary skilled Filipino workers could have a dramatic effect, not just on the local construction industry, but on the Guam economy as a whole. The surprise announcement by DHS to remove the Philippines from the H-2B labor program has the Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration scrambling to mitigate the impact. Nestor Lecanto reports.
The Philippines is one of 3 new countries declared no longer eligible for the H-2B program, but the majority of foreign workers brought in, mostly for construction jobs that aren't able to be filled locally, are Filipino. Contractors Association President James Martinez says if projects have to be delayed or the costs increase, it may discourage investment.
We're between a rock and a hard place, and Philippines got a huge population base, so they can, actually that's one of their number one exports is labor.
In removing the Philippines, DHS cited a high overstay rate and concerns over a high volume of human trafficking victims who were originally issued H-2B visas. Labor Director David De La Sola.
It's a little early to know exactly how they're going to treat us in our applications, but I know that the governor is taking this to task and is making phone calls to the Homeland Security, the Secretary of State, and the White House to see if she can get some kind of exemptions or just kind of get some feedback on what their feelings are.
Guam has received exemptions before, like the recent defense spending bill, which provides easier visa approvals for military-related projects. And that also apparently extends to the new decision. Alien Labor Certification Administrator Greg Massey.
They've seen the need. It's just a matter of getting that need effectuated through Congress. So I know that the governor's office will be working. They did communicate they're going to be working with Mike San Nicolas and try to see what he can do in Congress. It's an uphill battle, though. I mean, we've been dealing with this for the past couple of years.
The Contractors Association has been fighting USCIS over a nearly 100% visa denial rate for non-military projects. While this new development adds to the challenge, labor officials say the high overstay rate and human trafficking concerns don't apply here, which may work in Guam's favor. The decision does not affect current H-2B workers. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Thanks, Ness. Well, Federal Affairs Committee Chair Senator Regine Bisco-Lee calls the removal unfair. She pledged to work with the administration to find a solution. The Philippine Embassy in Washington has notified all Philippine consulates in the U.S. about the H-2B decision. Guam Consul General Marciano de Borja says the ambassador issued a formal statement saying the Philippines understands the concerns of the Department of Homeland Security and is open to working with the U.S. to address them.
Hopefully we'll find a common ground and solution, long-term solution for this problem of human trafficking and overstaying. But as I can state to you, I mean, all the Philippine Foreign Service posts in the U.S., we're always advising our nationals, our citizens, to abide by the laws, immigration laws, and other policies of the United States so as not to create any problem, not just for themselves, but also for the overall common good of the Filipino community.
He says the Philippine Department of Foreign Affairs has formed a task force to work with U.S. authorities to resolve the issues. Our online viewers had something to say about this story. It was the talk of the town on our social media platforms. Here's more from KUAM's digital team.
Many of our followers took to Facebook to share their reaction to the H2B news. Stephanie Dickinson writes, "They're overstaying, but they're still making a difference and improving the island. I say leave them alone. They work their fingers to the bone and people still complain. If the people that are worried about H2B visas put as much effort into building up the island community as they do trying to destroy it, this island would become a better place." Juan Borja commented, "Sucks for them. I know they need the money, but just because they are the majority doesn't mean we lose all our skilled labor." Robert Kagan Jr. stated, "A high rate of these laborers overstay their visas. While I acknowledge their world-class work ethic, they brought this upon themselves by abusing our system." Finally, Carl Johnston commented, "Well, hopefully this will help the Chamorro people find jobs and maybe GovGuam could step up their game and give some efforts to get young people into trade schools. God bless Guam." You can get involved in the conversation for any of the KUAM stories trending throughout the week. You know where to find us.
Unpaid federal workers across the nation are struggling to put food on the table. This is a result of the partial federal government shutdown, now underway for more than a month. Pop-up food banks have been going up, including in the nation's capital, to serve the thousands affected. Many of the federal agencies are feeling the pain. Though most federal workers on Guam continue to work through the shutdown, one local organization is reaching out to assist those in need. Salvation Army Guam has received multiple calls for help from furloughed federal employees and U.S. Coast Guard members. Officials are asking the community for any donations possible, but are specifically requesting for baby products and food. You can contact the local Salvation Army to help out. The number is 477-9873. President Donald Trump, meantime, over the weekend pitched his latest border proposal, but leaders have yet to come up with a compromise to reopen the government. Roughly $6 to $8 million is what it's going to cost to cover the treatment for the about 100 inmates at the Department of Corrections with hepatitis C. Dr. Larry Lozama, who provides chronic care at DOC, is hoping newly elected leaders find resources to provide the care needed and prevent further spread of this viral infection at the prison. This has also been a nationwide issue, and advocates reportedly said the lack of funding ignores a 1976 ruling that determined an inmate's medical care is a constitutional right. This is just one of many concerns the new prison director will have to tackle. For now, she says she's ready to beef up manpower and enhance security.
The responsibility has been daunting for the previous leadership, a prison with issues of drugs, weapons, and electronics being smuggled in to the population, getting into brutal fights that turn deadly. Samantha Brennan says the mission is clear.
To get more manpower on board. I know they announced Correction Officer 1 this last week and stuff, and so that's one of the things that we definitely need to look into. Once that comes on board, once we get more people on board and stuff, then maybe we're able to look at the rest of the issues that we have here, and then we can kind of maintain and then move forward.
Contraband has been an ongoing issue for the facilities both in Manila and Hagåtña. Security measures have been in place to try and stop it.
Yes, definitely, that's an issue and stuff. One of the things we're looking into is to get our commissary here. That will definitely reduce the contraband coming in. So if we're able to move forward in our RFP to get that commissary to come forward, then I think that's one of the things the commissary is going to be in charge of, and then it reduces anybody bringing contraband on a daily through the families that bring in stuff.
And to keep illicit items like drugs from getting inside.
We have to train our officers more to be better and stuff, and then definitely look forward to checking everybody better and stuff.
Apparent inside jobs was also what the previous leadership faced after multiple officers were accused in a major contraband scheme.
The previous administration, you know, they were handling things as best they could and stuff, and then a lot of it is I can't really say much more other than I'm going to be here to try and prevent anything further.
And using her experience with the court to reduce the population behind bars.
We just give it our best shot.
The nearly $4 million that was illegally diverted from the Emergency 911 Fund over the past 6 years will be paid back. Governor Lulian Guerrero confirming that the Department of Administration is committed to transferring back the funds within the 120-day requirement, about 4 months. As reported, the Public Utilities Commission completed its investigation, finding that the funds the previous administration diverted to cover other government expenses was illegally done. The government has 4 months to pay it back, or the PUC could refer the matter to the Attorney General's for prosecution or levy fines of up to $10,000 per infraction against the parties that violated the law. A series of break-ins has once again put Sanchez High School in the spotlight. Guam DOE Superintendent John Fernandez says they are working with Guam Police to investigate a handful of possible suspects. For now, teachers and staff have been instructed to remove valuables from the classrooms. Fernandez is now pushing forward with plans to secure that Jigo campus.
Our biggest issue, for Simon Sanchez, of course, is, not just getting them past these break-ins, but trying to get the school rebuilt. So this is a year where we've taken over the responsibility for the procurement. We have an RFP out there for land surveying services, and I think we've got about 3 bids. And our job is to try to get the full renovation going, so we can start talking about a more secure school for the Simon Sanchez community.
Some progress, he says, to finally rebuild the home of the Sharks. GDOE's awarding the bid by the end of this month. That's what they hope. Then it goes into the next phase of procurement for construction services. Well, tests are being conducted off-island to find out what happened to the beaked well that washed up in Agate. Here's a look at some of the images from the Department of Agriculture. On Sunday, samples were flown to Hawaii. Fisheries biologist Brent Tibbetts says a representative from the University of Hawaii collected bone and tissue samples from their necropsy. As reported, the well was first spotted near the reef off Agate Cemetery. It was pushed back into the ocean, but an hour later was laying on Daddy Beach on U.S. Naval Base Guam. Navy officials say there's no indication any military training is related to the incident. The Department of Agriculture is awaiting results of UH's analysis. Well, more news in a moment. Keep it here. You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Cheers to 80 years! It's our 80th anniversary and the gifts are on us. 80 gift certificates, 8 shopping sprees, 8 staycations, and 1 round-trip flyaway for 2 to Manila. So how do you enter? Calvo's Insurance personal home and auto customers are automatically entered. Non-Calvo's customers may enter by receiving a qualified quote. It's our way of saying thank you for trusting us for the past 80 years. For more details, visit calvos.com/giveaway or call 472-6816. Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years.
The great thing about technology isn't about how big, fast, or clever it is.
It's about delivering connections that empower people to achieve things. Try them for the first time.
Connect with others. Or even rediscover the world around us. It's your world. Explore it.
Just wash it later, bro. Or ask your mommy to do it for you since you still live at home.
Yeah. I don't even know how to do my own laundry.
Start something new this year when you buy a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram from Cars Plus and Mighty. Like a new Jeep Compass Sport, $175 for paycheck. Or a new Chrysler Pacifica LX, $213 for paycheck. Or save $10,500 on a new Ram 1500. How about a new Jeep Wrangler Sport? Only $309 for paycheck. Plus, receive a Cars Plus Shell Value Card with every vehicle purchase. So this year, start something new with a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram. Only at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven-baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
Welcome back. The Navy has begun talks between Joint Region Marianas and stakeholders in Guam for the 2009 Mariana Islands Range Complex Programmatic Agreement. This first set of discussion happening this afternoon at D.L. Perez Elementary. In line with the National Historic Preservation Act, Section 106, the Navy must discuss the cultural and environmental impact to continue training and testing in the Mariana Islands. The current agreement expires in December this year. If you missed today's discussion, another one is set for tomorrow, January 23rd from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Guam Museum. Joint Region Mariana is also announcing that the public will be able to comment in February on the 2015 Mariana Islands Training and Testing Environmental Impact Statement. A petition asking the military to comply with local and federal laws relative to the expanded surface danger zone plan for the retiring firing range is making the rounds. Chamorro rights activist Ned Pablo is circulating the petition, which asks the military to comply with the request for more transparency and accountability.
You're going to have to do public hearings, do environmental impact statements, listen to our leaders, adhere to our territorial laws.
Senators and local citizens and environmental action groups have opposed the surface danger zone request, which would affect access to Hapuro Beach and close traditional fishing grounds while the range is in use. The surface danger zone would extend some 2 miles out to sea.
Passive or lay complacent because we're going to wait until it's too late and we're going to feel the brunt of all these negative impacts.
Pablo is also organizing a protest and gathering at the front gate of NCTS on February 9th. Gun violence and school shootings, the terror unfolding in our nation, said to be the worst record year in 2018. The issue has continuously surfaced, the discussion of whether or not teachers should be allowed to carry guns to school for protection. Governor Lilian Guerrero spoke to this during her recent visit to the Guam Police Department headquarters.
I don't think we should arm our teachers and staff. No way. I don't support that position. Teachers are there to teach. Staff are there to support the teachers. I think presence of some protection may be a factor that we need to look at. I think that awareness, training, prevention could also better give security to our children and safety to our children. So I don't support that, not at all.
President Donald Trump called for arming teachers following a mass school shooting last year. The idea is said to be a crazy proposal by one gun expert, as many more continue to get pushback against the president's idea. An apparent feud between neighbors leads to one man being placed under arrest. Ryan Andrew Pangilinan Perez is charged with assault, disorderly conduct, and harassment. Court documents state that police responded to an apartment in Tamuning after the suspect allegedly threatened to kill his neighbors. The court complaint stated the suspect made alleged threats to stab and bury the victims after he called them out to fight. He is also accused of pulling a knife and pointing it at the victims before returning back to his apartment. One victim told police she was fearful of the suspect's behavior. Authorities then took him into custody. A woman is accused of trying to steal from a department store at the mall. Casey Fuller is charged with retail theft as a misdemeanor. Court documents state the suspect was seen inside Macy's at the Micronesia Mall and appeared to be casing the items before taking off. Loss prevention staff then saw the suspect return and allegedly put several items into a red bag, but she was stopped before leaving the store. The items she's accused of stealing, priced at more than $300. The recovery efforts in the CNMI from Super Typhoon U2 are far from over. Our partners at KSPN2 News has more on the program to help those affected.
Half a day Guam, here are the top headlines for CNMI.
We have completed 11 roofs with my team. And so far, being out here, we're happy to be here. We enjoy doing the work. We love seeing the smiles on the people's faces when we're done. And it's a great opportunity to step outside of our normal job field and help people around in Saipan.
It's great to come out and help the people of Saipan. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The people here are really great and hospitable, and they love what we're doing, and we're happy to be here.
The Tetris program, Temporary Emergency Tent and Roofing Installation Support, is designed to offer assistance to residents of Saipan and Tinian who experienced damage to their homes during Super Typhoon U2. The program has been ongoing since the Super Typhoon hit, but it is wrapping up, and the program coordinators are asking anyone who has a missing or damaged roof to come forward for a free temporary fix.
We came over about at the beginning of January to conduct roof repair operations after the Typhoon U2. And we're really excited to be here. It's been a great opportunity. The locals have been nothing but supportive and, cooking for our soldiers out there on the roofs and airmen, and it's been amazing so far.
FEMA is helping to support our CNMI partners by coordinating and funding the Tetris efforts. And we are working with our DoD partners as they help to install the tents and the roofs.
The task force does want to emphasize that the roofing is temporary and consists of temporary materials, but FEMA is working to provide permanent fixtures for housing in the near future.
So the temporary roofs consist of tin and wood materials, and these are just the temporary, and as they're getting those installed, FEMA is also helping the survivors to register and apply and be eligible for permanent housing.
There is still time to register for the temporary roofing, either by visiting the Multi-Purpose Center Monday through Friday from 9 to 6 and Saturday from 10 to 4, visiting the Culberville Fire Station, or by calling 1-800-621-FEMA.
If you have not been contacted by FEMA or seen anyone in uniform or from CNMI, please go out to Fire Station 4, Culberville, and get a package going so we can get your house fixed and repaired.
For more news, visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2, I'm Ashley McDowell.
And if you missed it, check out our social media platforms for our news special, Together as One, where we give you a look at the aftermath from the storm and the recovery efforts in the weeks that follow. More sports is coming up next, but first, here's a look at your island weather.
It's the 2019 Kick the Fat 5K 10K Run Walk.
Register now at Payless Locations and PaylessFoundation.com and join us on Saturday, January 26th at Paseo Stadium. Showtime 5 a.m. and go time 6 a.m. Run Guam shirts and singlets for the first 5K and 10K finishers. Stick around after the race for a community fair and raffle where you could win $1,000 in cash. It's the 2019 Kick the Fat 5K 10K Run Walk.
Special thanks to our sponsors.
What's that? An Alpha Insurance customer needs a claim settled immediately? I'm on it.
Agent Alpha. In the event of an accident, theft, or breakdown, each of our Alpha Insure agents are trained to go above and beyond.
This is my stop. There she is. Target acquired.
Agent Alpha. Yes!
MTO, professional janitorial services with a warm hospitality touch. MTO gives that gift year-round. Pressure wash roofs, pressure wash driveways, lawn service, home cleaning, carpet restoration, office cleaning, commercial window cleaning, floor care. When cleaning is in order, MTO has you covered. Call 647-6861 to inquire on how you can receive the maintenance you deserve.
MTO, celebrating 30 years with you, Guam.
We're more than just $9.99 large two-topping pizza delivered. We're that moment you realize you're raising her right. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. On the show tonight, highlights from the season opener between the FD Friars and GW Geckos. But first off, some footage from this past weekend's Coaches Clinic that was held at the National Basketball Training Center in Teason. Check it out. The Guam Basketball Confederation held a two-day national coaching clinic at the National Basketball Training Center in Teason. Coaches from all levels were welcome to the clinic that was conducted by men's national team head coach E.J. Calvo, junior national team coach Brent Tipton.
The heart behind holding these coaches clinics is just to share the game. From Coach Calvo's perspective, just the success that he's had with the men's team, really just trying to share with our coaches here on Guam, kind of the system that he runs and the culture behind it, the mindset behind it, and really just trying to share the game with the coaches.
Topics at the clinic included player development, practice planning, transition offense, man-to-man defense, and building a winning culture.
So we're really looking to have these clinics quarterly. This clinic right here is a certification for FIBA level 0. So in the future that will be offered to the coaches who attend as well. But we want to progress from the basics that we're working on and talking about this weekend. We want to progress that throughout the year so that there's more of a continuity to what we're teaching with Guam basketball.
The 2019 IIAAG Boys High School basketball season tipped off with the Father Duenas Friars taking on the GW Geckos. Davin Rojas scores seconds into the game. G-Dub's Shelby Meeks was on fire. Three-pointer from up top banks in for the Geckos. FD went to their bench early after their starters were unable to produce. Friars trailed 21-9 with the first quarter coming to an end. Meeks pulls up again for a three. All net on the shot from downtown. Shelby with a team-high 17 points. The visiting squad cut into the lead and trailed 28-23 at halftime. Brock Atta with the basket off the inbound by Colin Santiago. Friars' Christian Titano tries to squeeze in the no-look bounce pass. G-Dub's William Palomo comes up with the steal. Quick pass to Meeks, who sees Dylan Trusso down court for the easy 2 points. Friars pull off the come-from-behind win 69-52. Christian Titano with the corner three off a Santiago assist. In the 6th PYD International Girls Basketball Challenge held in the Philippines, the GW Geckos finished with 6 wins and no losses, winning the championship title. Along with the championship, junior Haley Benez was named Most Improved Player. Junior guard Alana Salas and senior Bila Uggan were named to the All-Tournament team. Coach John Lujan was named Tournament Coach, and senior Mary Payet was named the tournament's Most Valuable Player. Congrats to the Lady Geckos.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
We're more than just $9.99 large two-topping pizza delivered. We're that moment you realize you're raising her right. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
When you purchase a vehicle from our dealerships, we give back to the American Cancer Society and Guam Cancer Care. With your help, together, we've raised over $400,000, giving local cancer patients a gift of more anniversaries, more birthdays, more years, more days. Together, we're giving them the gift of time. Triple J, customers first.
Now time to take a look at who all is celebrating this week. Here's your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club list. Happy birthday, everyone celebrating this January 22nd. Jayliana Joy Duenas, happy birthday going out to you. Hope you enjoy your day, and may God continue to bless you with more wonderful years to come. Love you, boo la la la. Love daddy, mommy, and the family. Kyler Tavenar, happy 10th birthday. Love everyone. Also, happy birthday going out to Alexander. Marlene Talavera Pinala, happy birthday to our beautiful. We love you. Also, happy birthday, Caleb Jordan Beneventi. And to our very own I-94 DJ Tyler Metanani, happy birthday. And happy belated birthday to Wyatt Michael Charpers. Happy 9th birthday, Wyatt. Love Nana. Devin Duane's happy 18th birthday. Love Dad and the family. Also, happy belated going out to David Allen Uggan. And last but not least, happy belated to Caleb J. Gumatauta, officially in the Terrible Twos. Happy birthday to this terrific toddler. Love Nina Lacey and Nina Terry. Also, happy birthday to Anton Uggan over at the Department of Corrections. If you want to get on the birthday list, all you have to do is register online, KUAM.com. Include with it a photo, name, and birth date of the person you want to shout out on their special day. And that's going to do it for your primetime news. Up next, health, home, and lifestyle.